everyone. Today, the organ loft has been turned into the story loft, and I would like to tell you a little story. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin. Once upon a time, many years ago, there was a man, just an ordinary man. He was the organist at his local church. And people said he was a very good organist. But times were hard in those days, and the poor man couldn't afford to buy music. So, when he was not busy making babies, he used to write his own music for the Sunday service. After he died, his wife asked local organists if they would like the music. But they all did the same thing. They would struggle through a piece, and at the end they would wipe their brow saying, "Fugue." And that's how the word fugue became associated with this man's music. Sadly, the organist didn't want the music, and it was packed in a box and put away. Many years later, another man came along. He was an accomplished musician, and he found this box of music and was very impressed. "Organists ought to play this music," he said. Luckily, at that time, there were a number of very good organists, and they were amazed how perfect this music was. It all fitted together like a complex jigsaw. And so today, organists are expected to play this music, and if they can master it, they will live happily ever after. Now, if you think I'm going to play a Bach fugue, you've got another thing coming. I'm not up to that yet, but it's something I'm going to aim for. No, I'm going to play a simpler fugue for manuals only. But before that, for those who don't know, let me explain what a fugue really is. It's like a complex round. It takes a tune, a theme, and then it uses that theme, which will repeat many times through the music, higher, lower and in different keys, and all fitting together like a jigsaw to make a harmonious piece of music. Here is a theme that you may have heard of. It starts with the left hand, and then the right hand plays the theme in a higher key. And then, as it moves back to the original key, the right hand takes over the theme, but an octave higher than the left hand. And later on, it even takes the theme into the pedals. So the fugue that I have chosen to play is a fugue in F minor by Charles Burney. This, I think, has turned out to be a wrong choice. Firstly, it's in F minor, and that's a key that I don't play in very often. Secondly, it's peppered with accidentals, and my poor brain had to think, is it a natural or a flat? And thirdly, it requires the page to be turned, but luckily the left hand is free at that point. But I want to ask you a question now. Why is it that you practice and practice something so you can get it perfect, and then you press record and everything goes haywire. Mistake after mistake after mistake. And I think the final recording that I've put in here is probably my, I don't know, 50th attempt. No, it probably wasn't that bad. But even then, I can tell, because I know how I felt I was feeling. I was getting more and more tense as we were getting through. And I was thinking, am I going to make it to the end? Am I going to make it to the end? And I got all the way to the writ, right at the end, when I managed to find a chord I didn't even know existed. And that put me right off. But I managed to come to an end, and I've left that error in for you to amuse yourselves when you get to that point. So here we are. Here is Charles Burney's Fugue in F minor.